Hello, I'm Jennifer Schote, Cataloging and Database Coordinator at RSA, and I am going to talk a little bit about pirated items. What is a pirated item? Books, videos, sound recordings, and items of any other format that have been illegally created, copied, distributed, or sold are considered pirated and violate copyright law. Due to the legal liability for both the library and RSA, these items should never be cataloged, circulated, or interlibrary loaned in the RSA database according to the prohibited items policy. And I'll show here in a little bit where the prohibited items policy can be found on the RSA support site. Most pirated items encountered in the RSA database are television shows and movies on Blu-ray or DVD that are only available through streaming services such as Netflix, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, or Disney Plus. Television shows and movies that are broadcast on streaming services are often not released on physical disc. Characteristics that indicate a book may be pirated. Please note these characteristics, as well as those listed in the next section for DVDs and Blu-rays, are not an absolute guarantee the item is pirated. Please reach out to the RSA Help Desk for assistance if you're unsure if the item is pirated. Characteristics may include poor quality cover art that is pixelated or blurry, faded, or inconsistently colored text, blurry or poorly colored images, off center, crooked, or unevenly aligned text, thin, flimsy, grayish, or poorly cut paper, low quality binding, such as an uneven, discolored spine, strong chemical smell, missing copyright or publisher information, blurry, fuzzy, or slightly colored barcode, pages that are missing, repeated, or out of order. Content may be plagiarized from outside sources, such as websites. Characteristics that indicate a DVD or Blu-ray may be pirated. Poor quality sound and video playback, particularly distorted images or sounds. You see a well-known manufacturer's name when you hold the disc up to the light and tilt it. Small scratches or irregularities on the underside of the disc. Paper labels, a rough printed texture or a blank surface on the disc. Flimsy or cheap disc cases. Missing or incorrect studio logos, copyright information, or country of origin. Spelling or grammar errors on the disc or the case. Out of sync soundtracks. And searching online by the UPC retrieves different titles or no results. Please be aware when purchasing an item from a third party vendor on platforms like Amazon, Walmart, and eBay. Is the movie still in theaters? If so, it's probably not available on DVD or Blu ray yet. Is the price too good to be true? If so, it could be counterfeit. Look at the item's reviews. Check for negative feedback about product quality. Also, check the seller's overall ratings. Is there a sales tax applied? Legitimate sellers will charge sales tax on all purchases. If only one or very few libraries own the item, despite its popularity, and you can only find it through third party vendors, it may point to the item being counterfeit. What to do if you encounter a possible pirated item that belongs to your library. Promptly remove the item from the shelf. Examine the item to determine if it falls under the RSA prohibited items policy. If the item may be pirated, refer to the Identifying Pirated Items Guide, and I'll show you here in a minute where to find that on the RSA support site. If additional assistance is necessary to verify the item is pirated, contact the RSA Help Desk. If the item is pirated, remove the prohibited item from workflows using one of these methods. Delete titles, call numbers, or items. or the discard user, which is the preferred method. If patrons at other libraries have placed holds on the pirated item, please contact the RSA Help Desk. RSA will email the affected libraries with the patron names and user IDs. After the libraries have been emailed, RSA will remove the patron holds. The libraries are then responsible for notifying their patrons to explain why their hold was removed. Try contacting the vendor that sold the pirated item and ask the vendor for a refund on the grounds that the item is pirated. What to do if you encounter a possible pirated item that belongs to another library. The library that encountered the item in question will send an email to the RSA Help Desk with the subject line Possible Prohibited Item. In the email, share the title, the name of the owning library, and the item ID. Do not check out the item to the patron. Place another hold if the item was supposed to fill a hold. Explain to the patron there may be a problem with the item that filled their hold, and a different copy will be requested for them. The RSA cataloger who takes ownership of the help desk email reporting the possible pirated item will mark the item as missing so it no longer appears as available for the patron's hold. The missing status will also prevent the item from filling additional holds and the item appearing in the RSA CAT. After they have marked the item as missing, the RSA cataloger will ask the library that encountered the pirated item to send it to RSA in Rails delivery. The RSA cataloger will email the library that owns the item to let them know they are investigating the item as a potentially pirated item. Once the item arrives in delivery, the RSA cataloger will check the item out to their D1500 account. The RSA cataloger will examine the item and determine if it is pirated. Listed here are a couple different resources up top, a couple different websites to check for release dates for movies and TV shows, and also the links from our support site on where to find the prohibited items policies. Okay, going to the website first. You could get to this a number of different ways, but I am just going to go to the cataloging handbook. Cataloging policies. And if you click here on the prohibited items policy link, this is where you'll find the information on prohibited items, including the prohibited items policy, prohibited items procedure, and identifying pirated items guide. If you are in doubt whether or not a DVD or Blu-ray may have been released, you could always try checking a DVD release date website. Unless I'm going to search for the movie Greyhound, we're pretty sure that item has not been released on DVD or Blu-ray yet. And according to this website, it has not. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the RSA Help Desk and we will be happy to assist you. Thank you.